No, seriously, I was born with severe hearing loss, and I wear hearing aids. You don't believe me. And you know what? I understand. Technology today is amazing. But these right here, they give me my disability card. Do you know what it doesn't get me? The handicap spot. Which I don't think is fair. There's a guy in my gym that parks in the handicap spot. Now, this guy's perfectly able-bodied. Guy works out with a trainer. He's doing heavy squats. He's jumping on boxes. So I asked his trainer after, I'm like, what is that guy's disability? You know what he said? He said the guy's HIV positive. And I'm like, I have AIDS. There are some real advantages to being hard of hearing. You guys ever get woken up by those leaf blowers at the ass crack of dawn on a Monday morning? I don't. I could be one of the world's greatest nappers. Like, I was napping were an Olympic sport, I'd be a gold medalist. Helicopters in the middle of the night, police sirens, home intruders, I am not waking up. If I get in a fight with my girlfriend, I just take my hearing aids out and it's over. And I get the last word. Okay, technically she gets the last word and I just don't hear it. I would come home from school and my mom would still be at work, but the term was going up. They call us latchkey kids. And today there's a new term. It's called child neglect. My dad had that talk with me about all the important decisions I'll make in life. He said, Dale, marriage is the first step to a divorce. And kids are a life sentence. I was 6 years old when we first had that conversation, so. I was 2 years old when my parents divorced. And my mom to this day still has a seething hatred for my dad. It's like, time to let it go, Mom. I mean, what kind of person do you have to be to hold a grudge for 4 decades? Italian, it turns out. My mom's Italian. Really hold a grudge. But I'm getting older. No one ever believes when I tell them I'm 46. They're like, what's your secret? How do you stay looking so young? And it's simple. Naps. Yeah, and don't have kids. So you can take naps. Yes. And don't do crystal meth. That's about. But yeah, I had to go to the DMV a couple months ago to get my license renewed because it's been over 10 years since I had a picture taken. And I thought I was just going in to get my picture taken. The lady says, no, you gotta take a vision test. I wasn't prepared. I didn't study. I fucking failed the vision test. I already can't hear. And now I can't see. Guys, I'm halfway Helen Keller at this point. I tend to downplay things, you know, and my girlfriend, she tends to a worst case scenario. So I told her about this vision loss, and the first words out of her mouth are, do you think you had a stroke? There's no way I had a stroke, okay? So I go to the eye doctor. He can't find anything wrong, so he sends me to the emergency room where they do a scan of my brain and tell me I had a stroke. I know, I laughed too, and I was the only one for some reason. But I'm gonna be okay. Of course, my girlfriend's very happy. Not that I'm gonna be okay, but that she's gotta be right. Loves being right. So I'm not your typical stand-up comic. I have health insurance. Doctors wanted to know, like, how could this happen to someone like me? So they did all kinds of tests, scans. I found out I have this condition called PFO. It's a hole in the heart. And I'm like, really, Dom? All these tests to show a hole in my heart? My girlfriend could have told you that. Saved us all the trouble. She's known about this for a long time. She got a fancy 3-word name for it too. Fear of commitment. I was out of work for a while. Had this job for over 20 years as a personal trainer. boil down the essence of what a personal trainer does down to like one thing, it would be to help people not to have a stroke. I got a lot riding on this comedy thing now. I met with an agent a couple weeks ago. Yeah, you know, they want to know in Hollywood, like, what's your niche? What sets you apart? I'm like, well, I got the hard of hearing stroke victim market cornered. 80 and over crowd is mine. But you know, having a stroke, man, it changes you. Like before, I was a type A personality. Everything needed to be perfect. Now, I'm just so not bothered by the little things. Like which way the toilet paper should hang. But it should be over the top.
Yeah!
Over the top, people, over the top of the toilet paper.